And one of the other aspects of being a CEO to me is always being developing my leaders.
Yes.
When I'm in meetings with them, I always want them to know that I want this to be the best possible period of their career.
Right.
I'm going to make them better, right? I'm going to give them opportunity.
Right.
Craig Barrett, the former CEO of Intel, he said that he had two jobs that any leader has. One is giving his people opportunity, and the second is helping them get there.
Yeah.
Right. And to me, that's always just such a simple way to phrase it. I'm going to make you better, and I'm going to help you advance in your career.
That's fantastic. I also think, when you think about young managers coming up, the ultimate idea of hiring people that are better than you, that have a core competence in a given area, that completely outclass you. And the best leaders surround themselves with people that at every position on the management team totally outclass them.
Yeah.
And that self-confidence that comes with sitting at a table of the biggest possible stars you can find, that's what really defines leadership.
Yeah. Maybe the last thing that, just to emphasize from my perspective would be this idea of team that you touched on there a little bit. Because, when I took over this job, there had some issues between a couple of the different staff members, and, I went to each one of them, and I said, that behavior will not be accepted on this team.
Very good.
You go figure it out with this other individual,
Yeah.
and if you guys can't figure it out, one of you or both of you is not going to be on the team going forward. A few months later, it's all working great.
Exactly.
And it's now become the expectation that we work as a team.
Absolutely.
Right? As we're going down this, we got different competencies, different skills. We're all working hard to advance and improve, but we're going to do this as a team and as a leadership team. And I recently had, a senior guy that we just hired, not directly on my staff, but a layer below. And he comes into my office after 90 days. And I think 90 days is sort of the pinnacle of competence for somebody. They still have all of their knowledge of what they, before coming in.
Exactly.
They're now been here long enough that they know their way around, so they have those perfect views.
Right.
And I asked this guy, Alex, what do you think? And he says, it must be in the water or in the air here, but there is something different about this place.
It's really good.
Because of that teamwork, that partnership that we built.
I think we're all searching for significance in our life, and the most significant things that happen in our lives always happen with family, great friends, and colleagues. And I think that significant teams, they go beyond simply being the best. Everybody wants to be the best, but they go to this next place. This place where they actually can leave footprints and they can actually make history and do things that have never been done before. It is the definition of the footprints, the things that never existed in the world before we got there, that change everything. And that to me is the key to the teamwork, because we have to have this enduring cause and we have to go for something that simply just never existed before. And once we get there, now you've done something special. You just can't do it alone, because then there's no one to compare notes with. There's no one to celebrate with.
Yeah.
There's no one to have fun with.
Yeah, and maybe that's a good place to wrap up this section, Bill, because the CEO job has been described as a lonely job, right? These things coming up to you. I'm not going to tell that to my board, and I can't talk to my subordinates about that. But I do feel, Bill, that you and a couple of others that we've been able to build relationships that we really can have, colleagues that are peers that are in this journey together, that are in that same capacity of CEO and leadership in the industry, and that we really can rely on each other on this journey together.
I agree.
And VMware and SAP are that way. Bill and Pat are that way.
No doubt.
And just look forward to that continuing journey with you, Bill. It's been great.
Pat, I think it's a personal honor, and I would just sum it up by saying trust is the ultimate human currency. When you have trust, everything else is not only possible, it'll happen. Without it, there's no point in anything. And therefore, I can only underscore what you said in friendship and in trust. VMware and SAP stand strong, but I also stand with you personally in friendship. And I think when you have that unique combination, when the companies are together, but also the executives are friends, that changes everything. So I'm honored, and thank you very much for the conversation, Pat.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.